whales have bums?
They've got it, right?
I don't know. You're telling this story.
This.
Woo! Woo! But I mean, Western's not really a team, are they?
Let's be serious.
Like,
Well,
you know, like, let's be honest. And if you care to find me, look to the western sky. Are you serious?
are you joking?
Are you
Wow.
actually serious?
Welcome to Talking Bullship, a whale and a ram. Our guest host today, Bryleeh Henry. Bryleeh, thanks for coming and helping us out today.
On your day off, no less.
Thank you for having me.
What was it like, the phone call to come in and, you know, record a podcast? You're like, hey, I've got my day off today. Can't wait to go to the beach. Peak Melbourne summer. And they're like, come and record a podcast. You're like, okay, sure.
Yeah, it really ruined my day plans off.
Yeah, okay.
I had a lot planned, actually.
Run us through your day off. Because I love knowing what professional athletes do in their day off because it's always nothing.
I've got to be careful how I answer here. Should I make something sound good or make
I was
it
going to
up?
go to the gym. I was going to get an extra
Yeah, it's
stretch
exactly what I was
session
going
in.
to do. I was going to come here, do some stretching,
Yeah.
go for a recovery swim,
Yeah.
go have a nap, maybe come back, do some more stretching. Probably going to sleep in and go to the beach.
Yes. Like, what time's the sleep in for you?
Well, it depends what time I go to bed.
Interesting.
Like 9:30.
AM.
Yeah.
What time's sleep in for you?
7:45. I've got
What?
2.5-year-old.
That's
That's sleeping.
What time does she sleep
That's
until?
terrible.
She sleeps in if she's like regimented 7:30 wake up, but sometimes you get an extra 15 minutes, which is a real treat.
Okay. Wait, you have to wake her up or?
No, she'll be awake.
Really?
She'll be awake.
Just
What
up
time's
there.
a normal wake up then?
Normal wake up is 7:30, and if I get an extra 15 minutes sometimes when she, chooses to sleep in a little bit.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
Oh my
What about you?
God.
You're like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, mate. If I could sleep in, I'd be like 11:30. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the whole day gone.
But I'm like a night owl. I'm like up till like 2 in the morning.
What time?
Okay,
What's a
fair enough.
regular bedtime for you?
Like on training days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10:30.
Yeah, okay. And then what time's training usually?
Have to be here by 8.
And what about if the coach isn't listening? What time is a regular
Question.
bedtime?
Great question.
Maybe 12.
Maybe 12.
Didn't say that.
Yeah. I didn't hear it.
Good.
Yeah.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
12 p.m. That's
Lucky-
your nap time. Exactly.
Like
correct.
we're not being
Well,
recorded.
look, guys, we probably should really get started. This is Talking Bullship, a whale and a ram.
Firstly, do you understand the Talking Bullship reference?
I do.
Good. Do you want to explain it?
No.
Yes, you have to.
I think you should.
No, you
You've
can-
come up with it.
No,
you can
you're
explain
a
it.
guest co-host.
Yeah,
the
you're
co-host
a
should.
part of this. It's 3 equal prongs of a trident.
Well, it's got to do with the logo, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
We've got a, what is it? A ram?
Do you know why there's a ram on the logo?
No.
So it's because of Melbourne's like steeped traditions and history in sheep farming and wool farming.
I didn't know that.
Do you farm wool? I don't know.
What about the bull? Do you know about the crest, the Melbourne City crest?
We have it on the walls upstairs. It has it written, but I cannot remember.
It tells you what?
Yeah,
So something you see every day, you take no notice of.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Much like everyone else in the world, I would say. Do you know why there's a bull?
No.
So it's because of Melbourne's steep tradition in farming bulls.
And-
and meat.
The reason there's a ship is of Melbourne's steep tradition of farming ships.
Yes, correct. We're big
Yeah.
sheep farmers.
Yeah.
No, it's because people got here by boat, basically, right?
Yes.
Well, some
either-
people got here by boat.
something like that. Yeah.
Some people got here by boat. We won't get too deep into that. And then whales. Do you know why the whale?
Can guess.
Yeah, go for it.
No.
Steep tradition
Yeah.
of farming whales. No, we don't farm whales, but humpback whales. They come up the coast of Victoria. They ever go into the bay?
Nah, you got to go to Warrnambool. Have you ever seen a whale in the wild?
No.
Never.
Never.
Not even off like the
No.
coast, like a.
No, I haven't actually. Only dolphins.
That's pretty sick. Would you prefer to see a whale or a dolphin?
A whale.
You reckon?
Yeah, breaches. Because then you say, I saw a whale breach. And people are like, that's cool. You know what breach means.
What's a true? I wonder why it's called breach, like a whale breaching, but also a breech birth.
Oh, bum first.
So what?
Don't they come out head first?
No, they're supposed to come out head first, but bum first is breach first. That's breach, baby.
Are they comparing the? I mean, look, we're going to take it to a weird place. I'll say it. Are they comparing so what is the comparison between a whale breaching and a baby's bum coming out first?
I think it's like, boo, like a little bit of, bum. All you're seeing is like back and bum.
On a breech, all you're seeing is back and bum.
Well, all you see is bum for a breech birth.
Do whales have bums?
Oh.
Do they?
Do you think whales have bums?
They've got it, right?
I don't know. You're telling this story.
I reckon they do.
Three prongs of the trident. Three prongs of the trident. I love it. So this is Talking Bullship, a whale and a ram. The way it's going to work, each week we're going to have our guest host. This week it is you, Bryley. Congratulations. I don't know how much congratulations is in order, but, we appreciate you coming in. What we're going to do, we're going to be covering all the breadth of knowledge that is the world of the world, really, basically. So we're going to go a couple of segments. We're going to hit a bit of sport chat. We'll talk some A-League. We'll talk maybe some EPL. We'll talk kind of whatever the guest host is interested in sport-wise. For you, that may be NRL. It may be F1. It may be backgammon. Who knows? We'll find out. Then we're going to learn a little bit about you. We've got a little bonus segment. We're going to put you under the microscope. And then we're going to finish with a bit of pop culture, which will be quite fun as well, because nobody knows more about pop culture than professional athletes who, let's be honest, for the layman out there, they train for like 2 hours a day and then they do nothing else the rest of the time.
Sounds like they go to the beach a lot.
Is that what professional athletes do?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah. And there's definitely no other external pressures, and they definitely don't get, social media involved or anything like that. So
Absolutely not.
it's pretty easy to be a professional athlete.
Yeah.
It's almost as easy as being a professional podcaster, let's be fair. But we will see. So first up, we're talking sports.
Yep. We're talking the season. And the first thing, are we talking the streak? Like, are we talking the streak or are we not talking the streak?
I hope so.
Is it talked about amongst the group? Are you like, hey, we're undefeated here, guys?
If I'm being completely honest, we actually haven't spoken about it at all.
So we're not talking about
In
the
the
streak.
change.
We're not talking about the
Are we
streak.
allowed to talk about it here?
Yeah.
Have we ruined? We better not ruin the streak by
Yeah,
talking
don't
about
jinx
the
it,
streak.
God.
So bad.
Is this going to be our fault? And will you put the blame on us if?
Absolutely.
You know what? We'll take the blame.
Okay.
If the worst happens,
How you doing, bro?
no, we got to take it. Pressure free. You got to release the pressure.
Okay, true.
Release the shackles.
True.
These professional athletes, they're psychologically they're on tender hooks all the time.
But you're like, we know we're undefeated and we know we're the best.
I think everyone knows it. Like, it's there. It's obviously been posted and stuff. But we actually, like, when I think about it, we haven't really spoken about it at all.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I feel like if you speak about it and you just think about that, if we go out playing thinking, oh my God, we're undefeated, you're probably thinking about the wrong things.
So it's good that we're going to spend 10 minutes on it today.
It's all right, I'm not playing today.
All the commentators will be like, geez, Bryley's very nervous today. He's playing with not as much poise as usual.
Who do you like to beat the most? Which team?
Great question.
Is it the Wanderers?
Wanderers, because I used to play for them.
Do you
Yeah.
hate them now?
Yeah.
Love that.
Good
Great
answer. Good answer.
Great answer.
Good
Clip
answer.
that.
You heard that?
Clip that.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
Probably Victory. Victory and Western.
True.
Rival Melbourne teams.
Do you think that's because, but I mean, Western's not really a team, are they?
Let's be serious.
Like,
Well,
let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Where do you, Western? I play Western. They'll be like, what's Western?
What is Western?
Western's not a
Where do
place.
you play? Melbourne.
Yeah,
Where's Western?
In the city,
exactly. Who are they?
despite the training base location. But, that's how it is. So Western and Melbourne.
yeah, I reckon. And Western, we had like a thing where everyone was saying it was like our dud team because we couldn't beat them. It was either a draw or we lost, and like we'd play games, we'd play like our best game and we couldn't win.
Yeah.
But
They
we
got ya.
finally did it this year.
Who
got the
gives
balls
who gives the rev up in the rooms beforehand?
Good question.
Well, Michael,
Yeah.
coach.
And then, but yeah, yeah.
Oh, really? Interesting.
But
That's
then when
actually
you all
shocked
get
me.
together in the circle, like who's
Stoddy and Taylor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Is it sick playing with Stoddy?
Yeah.
Ish.
She's great.
Yeah.
I feel like people from the outside might think she's real serious, which she is when she needs to be, but she's like the most laid back, funny person.
Yeah.
Just everything you want in a captain.
Is there a bit of rivalry? Because obviously Rebekah Stott is like a stalwart of the New Zealand football team.
Mm-hmm.
You play for the Matildas. Are you like, well, you just because you know that our national team is better than their
Bit of
national
Western
team?
United action.
Yeah. Are you like,
Indeed.
so Stoddy, I know you're a bit older than me, but you're still like my little sister. No?
I should start doing that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, you play for New Zealand. No. Cut that.
Clip that one up
Yeah,
too.
and clip it. Good. Timestamp
not
that
at
one.
all.
That's very. Do you know we met Stotty about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and she had a raging addiction to the TV show Below Deck. So you can bring that up. Do you know that show Below Deck?
I feel like I've heard of it.
It's the one where they're on the cruise ship and they have like all the people
Drama happens all the time, right?
all the time.
Yeah,
all the
I
time.
have seen it.
It's just like the
Big
real
time
world.
addiction. It's just like the real world. I'm bringing that up later. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. What other sports? What's your sport of choice apart from football?
Probably NRL. Grown up watching that.
Are you now
invested?
Storm?
Yeah.
You got to be
God,
Storm,
no.
don't you? Storm.
I hate
Why?
Storm.
Why?
Penrith Panthers.
Oh,
where I'm born.
Bandwagon.
Disappointing. Yeah, that's
4P.
what I'm hearing.
I'm born
Bandwagoner?
there. You can look it up.
All right.
Born and bred.
I don't know.
born and bred
Born and
Penrith.
bred. Where was Bryleeh Henry born? Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Bandwagon. Are you sick of everyone else getting on the bandwagon
Yeah.
for Penrith?
Yeah.
What's
Also,
the
you
cutoff?
just want locals. It's like Penrith people only.
No, but if you can't just jump on as soon as they've been winning, if you've been supporting someone else and then they win for and you're like, oh, I might support them now.
Yeah.
Was it like because obviously the City women dominate the A-League women and Penrith have dominated the NRL lately? Is it nice to have two teams associated with you that just like utter domination all the time?
It looks good, doesn't it?
It does look
It
good.
does.
It sounds a bit bandwagon.
Yeah,
If
it does.
is up to
Well,
me.
how'd I know that was coming?
Yeah, it's like all I do is win, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
I like the song.
You guys are really going to jinx me here.
We've taken it all on us, so
Yes.
we've jinxed ourselves.
Yeah.
We've jinxed ourselves. How invested in the NRL are you? Are you like die hard, or are you like, I go for Penrith because I grew up in Penrith and we're really good, so I care a bit more? If they start losing, flick them?
No.
Okay.
Dad used to play for them,
Yep.
so I feel like that's where it started. But I'm not like, I haven't watched every single game. If
Yeah.
I was at home, a bit different. But
Okay.
I keep up to date as to how they're going, but not like die hard.
Does your dad kick around in old Penrith gear heaps because he used to play for them, so he'd have heaps and they're good?
God, no, the old man couldn't move a muscle now.
Got that,
Around
Dad.
the cooler hammy.
What's your dad's name?
Brett.
Brett Grouse.
Yeah.
Brett,
That's a man who played rugby league back in the day.
Brett
Yeah.
Henry. Yeah.
Yeah.
What position was he?
I don't actually know what position he played.
Penrith weren't good back then, so
Yeah, no.
Doesn't matter. Everywhere.
know. Is it really weird that you play with? Well, not weird, but like Nathan Cleary is obviously the god of Penrith. Is he like the god of Penrith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could he walk
he
down
is.
the street in Penrith?
No,
No.
I actually don't think he could.
Would he be the most famous Western Sydney person?
I reckon, yeah.
Yeah.
Had you already, have you met Nathan before he started dating Mary Fowler? Because obviously Mary Fowler plays for the
Do they
Matildas.
date? Do
Come
Nathan
on.
Cleary and Mary Fowler date?
Are you serious?
Are you joking?
Are you
Wow.
actually serious?
Do they date?
You bet.
Is this news to me?
Oh, come on. All right, he's taking it
Yeah,
out. He's
he's
taking it
pulled
out.
it.
That's news.
But-
that hasn't been anywhere. Does people know? Do people know?
No, I think it's
Has
this
anyone put that out?
hot off the presses.
Has anyone put that out?
Mary Fowler, Nathan Cleary, they're an item.
Are they?
They're an item.
That's
but I'm
amazing.
saying, does Nathan Cleary ever come to the Matildas camps and stuff? And do you ever chat to him? And are you more in awe of Nathan Cleary or Mary Fowler?
Good question.
Oh.
Very good question.
That is a good question. I think he goes and watches a lot of the games. I actually don't know if I can answer that. I think they're both goats in their own sport, so can't pick.
All right. This is the
How do
one
you pick
thing,
that?
and I didn't think we'd have to address it this soon.
Uh-oh.
But one thing does happen when you get professional athletes as guest hosts. Do you know what they tend to do? Sit on the fence.
Yeah.
They tend to sit on the fence. I don't have an opinion on this. I don't have a say on this.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it neutral. There's none of that on
We're
top.
nailing
No,
you down.
I wouldn't, but that's actually a really hard question.
We'll give you time. That's all
Yeah,
right.
hey, mate, we got heaps of time. I'll tell you what, we have.
We've got time.
How about we go back
Nothing
to the
to
fact
do.
you didn't know that they were dating?
I definitely knew they were dating. It's like every third article on news.com. It is like, oh my God, they went to the beach. Oh my God, they got ice cream. But they do get ice cream on their first date. I know the whole thing, mate.
You were the one who took the photo, weren't you?
So I was like, oh my God, are they dating?
Yeah.
No one goes for ice cream platonically. No one ever.
So,
No one ever.
Cleary or
Yeah,
Fowler?
Or Fowler. If you were picking a football team, who's your first pick, Cleary or Fowler?
A football team.
Yeah, which football?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Cleary.
Okay, cool. I wouldn't have
that.
said that.
Cut
Cop
that.
that, Mary
I
Fowler.
wouldn't have said that about Mary Fowler, the goat. That's okay.
Just to
You've
be
said
clear,
that.
Fowler fans over
Big
here.
Fowler fans. Nathan Cleary,
Hey.
take a hike, buddy. Take a hike. You can be over on
Yeah,
that.
but if I
That
said
island by
Fowler, you'd be
yourself.
saying Cleary, wouldn't you?
No way,
No.
we're
Yeah.
Storm boys.
Yeah, absolutely. We're staunch Storm guys.
Yeah.
So Cleary, he's a dud as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned. Not the best player ever, even a bit.
No.
It is pretty weird though that like two of our top athletes are dating each other.
It's pretty cool. I mean, everyone's like,
Power couple.
yeah.
time, right?
I mean, let's be serious. Every Australian citizen is like, Jesus, if they have kids, imagine the genetics.
Absolutely.
It's like two like purebred racehorses. It's like if Farlap and Winks got together and they had kids, people are like, oh, yes.
Imagine the pressure on the child.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
would.
But they both seem like good people, so they probably wouldn't put pressure on their kids
I
to
know.
play sport. Is that probably true?
Yeah, I reckon.
As the only person who knows them both.
I do.
That,
Friends.
I thought you were talking
Close
about yourself
friends.
there. I was like, you
I
do
don't
know
know
their
them.
first date.
Yeah.
Would you? How would you feel? Because there's rumours that Nathan Cleary could be the first signing for the PNG rugby league team that's coming into the NRL. How would you feel about Nathan Cleary leaving the Panthers and going to the Papua New Guinea team?
I would be devastated. That would be terrible.
Then you'd have to support Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
Bandwagon.
I can't do that.
Here's a question for the group. If you had your own team, so we've got the Adam Denston Blahs,
Yeah.
Simon Lovett Blahs, the Bryleeh Henry Blahs, what's your mascot going to be? You get to name a team in your own likeness.
Snow leopards.
Snow leopards.
That's a good one.
Sick.
That's
Snow
a
leopards.
really good
Yeah.
one.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, they're the coolest animal. They're just incredible at the zoo. I actually went to the zoo with my daughter and went and saw the snow leopards, and they were feeding them like a deer leg, a whole deer leg.
Whoa.
It was pretty cool to watch.
Venison boys. Joe
Yeah.
Rogan
Yeah.
podcast listeners, clearly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Bryley, what
The
about you?
Bryleeh Henry Watts.
I don't know.
Makes it a terrible podcast. If you
Yeah,
don't know.
I know. I can't think on the spot.
The Simon
go.
Lovett.
I would go
This is this is what you got to do, brother. As a,
maybe
like,
the emus.
there you go.
The emus would be pretty cool.
Emus.
Never take a backward step. That's the emus.
Is it don't or can't?
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. You just get stuck. Actually, just facing your fears, and you're like, I want to run away, but you
Yeah.
can't. But maybe that's what you need. Bit of resilience, you know. Maybe that's what we need. The
Mm.
emus. Go the emus, and everyone walks around like all the fans do this. Like this.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that in the crowd.
Yeah, like when you do something cool, they're like,
This.
"You, woo,
Go emus.
yeah, go up the moose."
All right. Oh, go the moose.
Go moose.
Moo.
Up the moose.
All right, and the Bryleeh Henry.
Can I do roos? Kangaroos, but roos.
You can.
Yeah.
What would be your thing?
Ah, yeah.
Just everyone's doing this.
That's it.
Up the roos.
Yeah.
Up the roos.
Up the roos.
Back on Mary Fowler. Is she the coolest member of the Matilda? Like, who is the coolest Matilda? Who's walking around with the most swag? Who's like getting around and he's just like, you look at him and you're like, yeah, you're cool.
Ooh. Well, I'd say if you're watching them from the outside,
No, we want to go inside.
You wanna go
Yeah, like
inside.
I'm just talking like personality.
We're already on the outside.
Yeah.
We know what that's like. That's fine. You are the one with the unique experience.
Take me
here.
inside.
I'm gonna say maybe Steph Catley.
Sick.
Yeah,
Former
Yeah.
City.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Good answer too. Used to play for
What makes
City.
her cool?
Yeah,
What makes
She's-
anyone cool?
I think. Well, she plays for Arsenal. Yeah, I think captain of the Matildas too. You know,
Yes.
when Sam's not there, she's the next one who steps up.
Yeah.
So
And then who's the coolest in the City team?
in the City team,
Yeah.
oh, Stotty.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Being a captain's cool.
Okay, and now who is the least cool?
Good answer.
Taylor.
Whoa. That was ruthless. That was like, you had to think a lot about the ruse, but
Yeah.
you got Taylor out without even breathing.
What makes Taylor so uncool?
She's annoying.
Do you live with Taylor?
No, thank God.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
Actually, she's
for you.
actually my best friend, just to make clear.
But she's just not very cool.
Yeah, no.
Do you think her lack of coolness rubs off on you just by like association?
Yeah, I think I need to stop hanging out with her so much.
Fair.
What's the most uncool thing she does?
Anytime I cop it for something, she jumps right on it instead of sticking up for me.
Oh, she's more like a pylon.
Yeah.
Bandwagoner.
You know, your best friend's meant to like have your back.
Yeah.
Never has my back.
Not once.
Not once.
I mean, there is the argument that like best friends will tell you what you need to hear to your face,
That is true.
not
That-
behind your back. So It's kind of cool that you know where you stand,
Yeah, that's a good point.
which is her not on your side.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's fair enough. That's
Ever.
fair enough. We're going to move on. We've got a segment.
Consider this your media training.
We're going to have our segment called The Presser, where we're
Okay.
going to ask you a whole bunch of questions that you might or you may or may not get from a press conference.
So am I taking this full serious? Like I'm in a press conference?
No, you have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you do. You have to take it really seriously.
Yeah. Sit up.
Right. Everyone adjust their things.
That's the camera going off.
All right. Do you want to start?
Why are the Matildas such terrible celebrators for goals, with the exception of Sam Kerr?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's a bad start for
That
you.
is a bad. Okay, cut. Restart the press conference. I know I'm ready. I wasn't ready yet.
No, that was pretending to be
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, I'll ask again. Why are the Matildas such terrible celebrators for goals, with the exception of Sam Kerr and her backflip?
I think that would be an unlikely opinion. I think they're pretty good.
At celebrating.
Yeah.
Because, hey, this is not to get confused with the Matildas are incredible at scoring the goals.
Yeah, that we are very pro Matildas, but the celebrations are a bit too team orientated.
Yeah, that is true.
You're a bit too like, look at us, we all did this together.
There's too much look at us and not enough look at me. Why?
I think no one in there is so much, like you said, look at me. Everyone's like, oh my God, we scored. Like, run to the closest person who's there. And I feel like Sam has like you know exactly what she's going to do. I feel like no one has that.
Do you think for too long Sam Kerr was doing the heavy lifting in the celebration front, so everyone else unskilled celebrators?
Yeah.
It was
Everyone
like, well, Sam
stopped
does the
thinking
flip,
about
I
it.
can't flip,
Yeah.
and I can't do the punch because Tim Cahill did that one. So that's like two major ones out.
Yeah.
Because
you can't
when-
meet it, so then they're all like, oh, just celebrate with the team.
Yeah, I'll just go team
When you scored for the Matildas, your celebration, your instinct was to run off, which was great.
first. Very
and
pro
then
that.
you turned and celebrated with your team. Why?
I honestly had no idea what I was doing. I was just running. And then Danny behind me was like, stop running, Bryley. I was like,
So it's
"Shit, I
Danny's
probably
fault.
should stop.
Stop running.
Yeah.
Like, I just scored a goal for the
Yeah.
Matildas. I will not stop running.
She literally could hear it. She's like, stop running. So I stopped and turned around.
And you're like, now what do I do? Where's my next instruction?
Yeah.
Where's my follow-up
Don't know what to
instruction?
do next.
All right. What's the weirdest way someone spelt your name?
B-Y.
That's it.
B-Y-L-E-Y.
B-Y. Bryleeh.
Bryleeh.
Bryley.
Did they still pronounce it as Bryley though?
Yeah.
Really? That's
That's pretty bad.
yeah. As a fellow like non-regulation spelling name type of guy, that's weird even for me.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah.
And what are the siblings' names?
Tabitha, Kiara, Chantel.
Are you jealous that they have more traditional names than Bryleeh?
No, because they're all spelt completely different to the traditional way.
Brilliant. Let's get into this. Unpack it.
Yeah.
How do you spell Tabitha?
Tabytha.
Yep.
Your dad's name's Brett.
Yeah. Plain old Brett.
He's Brett.
Two
Do you
names.
think that your dad chose to have weird spelling names for his kids because his was so simple and straightforward?
Brett
I reckon he had no choice at all. It was just all my mum,
Brett Henry. What's your mum's name?
Michelle.
Again.
Same reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next name.
Kiara, Ciarrah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of it dabbles.
Yeah.
Next one.
Chantel, Shuntell.
Chantel.
How often
Chantel.
do you have to spell your name to people?
All the time. I don't even bother, like, just saying it. Like, someone asks me, oh, can I have your name? I just spell it out straight away. Because otherwise I don't get it.
What would that look like? Okay, we're at
We're at the DMV.
we're at the DMV. We're at Vic Roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, number
next
73.
up, name.
It's Bryleeh.
Bryleeh. And they go,
And then how often do you have to
Bryleeh.
respell it to confirm?
A lot.
yeah.
Because people forget the H is silent at the end. So they always spell it Lee, like the doctor.
It would be
opinion.
very confusing if you said, my name's Bryley, the H is silent.
Yeah.
And people would go, where's the H?
Not gonna lie, mate. I just
Where does
spelled
it
her and
go?
I was still confused. My name's Simon, spelled with a Y. So I am always saying Simon, it's with a Y. And people say, where do I put that?
Where does the Y go?
At the end,
Where do you
it's
reckon?
silent.
How do you think I spell Simon? With a Y. How would you spell
It's
it?
silent.
Simony.
Perfect. Perfect. No. Just say Symon. Simon. Simon.
Bryley's trying to spell it in her head at the moment.
Like
No,
Bryley.
I think we should move on.
Yes.
I'll just embarrass myself
Yes.
there.
No, that was. Oh, don't worry, I'll kick over something.
No,
that
ship.
really-
That's what we say on this show. Ship.
Oh,
ship.
ship. Oh, ship. And then we'll do a thing.
Yeah, ship.
Ship. And then the ship goes over there. Oh, shit. Sorry, this press conference has really gone off the rails. What do you think about the A-League women being called the A-League women versus the W League?
I'm used to it now, but at first I hated it
Why?
because everyone knows A-League as men
Yep.
and W League as women.
Yep.
So if you say A-League, people still now go, oh, men.
Yeah.
No, it's women.
Yeah.
You
Damn.
have to really say A-League woman.
A-League women and A-League men.
Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, no, we're supposed to be staunch on this side. Sorry. Yeah. Good
Absolutely.
answer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good press conference answer.
All right, let's move to some pop culture, Simon. Let's talk about the world, the current events,
Yeah,
things
mate.
that are going on.
Everything's all about the Oscars chat at the moment. Did you catch much of the Oscars? Anyone catch much of the Oscars?
Yep, saw Adrian. Did you see Adrian Brody give his chewy to his wife, who is Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife,
How's that for gossip?
as he was leading up to the stage?
I didn't see this.
Nothing could be more pop culture than that sentence.
Yeah.
The winner of the Oscar for the best actor in a leading role, his wife is the ex-wife of Harvey Weinstein. I feel like once you start talking about wives and ex-wives and husbands and ex-husbands, you're really pop culture
Yeah.
heavy.
But what we want to do now, you may not having seen the Oscars is actually great fodder for this because we have some Oscars outfits that we'd love you to rate. A simple out of 10 and just like a little comment that you have for them. We have Simon's got them on his computer here.
So the first person will be the one and only Cynthia Erivo. Do you know who
Oh.
Cynthia Erivo is?
Wow. No.
So she's
She's from Wicked.
she's from Wicked, Alphaba in
Oh,
Wicked, the green one.
yes.
She does the Defying Gravity. Can you give us a bit of Defying Gravity while you're there?
No.
You guys should have that as your pump-up song. I literally
Defying
run to that and get chills. I get chills.
You
Can
don't
you give
run.
us a performance?
About 4 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, which part should I start with? Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
And if you care to find me, look to the western sky. And then that's it. That's the best part of the whole song. That part, whew, chills. You guys get chills?
Oh, I've
did.
just,
Yeah.
it's, mate, it's like this, it's like the aircon's been turned on.
I'm very sweaty. If that counts for anything. If that counts for
All right,
anything.
Cynthia Erivo.
Cynthia Erivo
Out of 10 and a comment.
Whew. Very bold. I'm going to go a 7.
Rule number 1 of the rating system is that no sevens.
No sevens.
Because
Yeah.
seven's too like, yeah, I like it, but I don't really like that much.
Yeah,
Okay.
There's a big difference between a 6 and an 8.
huge difference.
6.
Okay, interesting.
She looks like a present.
Yeah, she looks like a giant bow.
Like a bow, yeah.
All right, next up we've got Doja Cat.
Ooh.
Why is Doja Cat at the Oscars? She sing a song in an Oscar film? Potential.
Maybe.
I reckon that's what it would have been.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon she would have sung a song.
Do you know who Doja Cat is?
No.
21-year-old.
I know.
That's so weird, bro.
I feel like you should stop asking me these questions if I know people.
Got to get on the internet more, man.
I know.
Stop, give that football stuff away. Be on
Yeah.
the internet like us.
Yeah.
You'll know heaps of stuff.
So rating?
She's the one who's like,
I think I have
Said
heard-
what I said.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
out of 10.
8. Quite like that, actually.
Okay, here he is, Adrian Brody and his wife,
Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife.
Georgina Chapman.
Oh, matching.
Hmm.
9.
9?
No, there's not
Wow.
many. I mean, all the blokes that go to the Oscars are just doing the same suit. They all look
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
They just got different heads.
Not all of them, but some of them, yeah. What do you reckon, Foss?
Yeah, I mean that's as good as it gets. That's 10.
That's a 10.
Yeah,
You like the matching and you like the, yep,
yeah.
fair. Okay, next up, Amelia de Moldenberg. You know who that is?
She does the chicken date.
Yep, Chicken Shop Date on YouTube. Bro.
Oh, God.
Is this your first time on the internet? Have you heard of the internet?
Yeah, I actually don't know what that is. You didn't
Yeah.
ask me that question.
Yeah, so you used to actually have to ring it up.
Also, Bryley wouldn't understand that either.
You don't get
Do you
that gag
remember
either?
getting the internet?
No.
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I remember, so at my house, we used to have like one family computer and it was in the front room and it was like you couldn't answer like people couldn't answer the home phone while you're on the internet because you'd.
Because it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Did you
Because
know
it-
that if
sure.
so when the internet first came, that if you were on the internet and someone called your home phone, it would cut you off the internet.
No.
No, it would your phone would be engaged. You couldn't call the phone. But if someone else wanted to use your home phone, and they picked up the phone. Internet's off.
Wow.
We've just aged ourselves.
Whatever, bro. I am this age.
I do remember
There's nothing
having
I can
one
change.
family computer in the house, and we would all fight over that.
Yeah, nice. What was your big game on the computer, or would it just be like MSN?
No, that Papa's Pizzeria or something.
Brilliant.
Have you
Nice.
played that?
No, I've
Nope.
never played Papa's Pizzeria. I'm
was
going to
playing-
look it up right now, though.
People
I was
would know
playing
exactly what I'm talking about.
Jones. People will know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Papa's
playing-
Pizzeria.
Jones in the fast lane I was playing.
Were ya?
Yeah, that's like way back MS-DOS stuff.
Oh, or I would play Roller Coaster Madness. What's that one?
You build a roller coaster park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I mean,
sounds
you would
fun.
always, every time, pull out part of the roller coaster and just like send that
It's like The
thing.
Sims.
And you just try to land
Oh,
a
I
roller
Did you
coaster.
ever play
we
The
used to
Sims?
play Sims. I
And
love
how did you
Sims.
torture your Sims?
I just liked building the houses, actually.
No windows or doors? Leave them in there?
You weren't someone who would,
bad.
build a pool, then remove the ladder?
Real.
You guys
That's what some people used to do.
Not us.
me.
Not us. We're normal people over here.
All right, now we're going rapid fire round.
All right. Amelia de Moldenberg,
6.
6. Charlemagne,
Yellow different. 8.
8. Selena Gomez,
Oh.
Feel free to go low too. Like, I'm pretty sure Selena Gomez may not be listening to this podcast, so if you feel like it's a 2,
5.
5.
think she'd do a lot
Jeepers.
better than that.
whack.
Miley,
6.
6.
what do you reckon about the eyebrows?
Would you ever consider dyeing or bleaching your eyebrows?
Probably not.
Yeah, no, me neither. That's a step too
Because
far
you might
for
get
me.
voted 6 on a podcast.
Yeah. Ariana Grande?
Well, I mean, she pulls it off. 8.
No, that's wrong. It's lampshade action. And Ariana is
It looks like
the
she
guy.
does look like a lampshade. See,
Edward Norton?
bloke in a
Cool.
suit.
Yeah. 9.
9, bloke in a suit.
What else?
9.
Like a bloke in a suit.
Yeah.
Here we go. Andrew Garfield, bloke in a suit.
9.
Brown suit. Whoa, okay.
I like the brown.
Oh, let's go this side. Coleman Domingo.
Oh. 4.
Whoa, bloke
4.
in a suit, but not a good one.
Yeah, it looks like it's a mix between a suit and a bathrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen. Amen on that. All right. As we do come to the end, we like to finish each show with a little segment we call Roses and Thorns. So Roses and Thorns, each week we'll come to the end of our episode and our player and our hosts, Adam and myself, will each, publicise a rose, something that's good that's happened to them that week, and a thorn, something that's bad that's happened. And these things could be major. They could be like really minuscule and tiny, but you just, got to get them off your chest. It's a safe space. I want you guys to share. I want you to feel safe. I want you to get vulnerable. I want you to share. Okay, my thorn for this week was I was actually leaving your house, Adam, and I stood in some chewy and then I traipsed that chewy into my car.
Oh.
And now the car mat of my car just has chewing gum smeared because it was a hot day, so it was very melted. And now the car mat of my car is just covered in chewy. So now anytime I get into the car, and I don't know if I'm the only one, I like to take my shoes off to drive a car.
I do too.
So then,
Isn't that illegal?
I feel like that's a myth.
yeah.
As long as I think if your shoes, I don't leave the shoes in the footwell.
No.
I think if you leave the shoes in your footwell, unsafe. Because
Yeah.
what if the shoe went underneath the brake and then got stuck and then you couldn't brake?
True,
I think
true.
that's why it's illegal.
Right. Well, at the moment, the illegal thing that's happening in my car is my feet get stuck to the foot mat because the chewy's in there.
Yeah,
And
bit
that
tacky.
is a real thorn for me. It is a real thorn.
That is tragic.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it for me. My rose is my father-in-law cleaned my car.
And so now you don't have chewy on the ground anymore.
Well, no, I did the chewy after the car. So the rest of the car is absolutely spotless, and it is a joy. To jump into a car that is clean is a joy. He was borrowing the car. That's why he cleaned it, not because, I'm like some leecher who just leaves the car at the in-laws.
Sounds
house.
like a leecher, doesn't
yeah,
it?
you sound
Yeah.
you're giving Leecher.
Get off it. All right, who's up next? Adam, you go.
I'll go. Yeah,
Bryley, you go.
my thorn was that I overcooked my salmon last night for dinner,
Oh, wow.
which sucked. It was just so dry.
I don't-
I completely forgot about it.
I am not into fish. There, I said it.
What do you mean you're
Finally
not
a
into
space.
fish?
I don't rate it. I don't rate fish as a food.
It's good for as a food.
Yeah. I don't think
Any fish.
never have I ever had a good fish.
What about
about
fried
prawns?
fish? Prawn's not a fish.
Yeah.
But like
Seafood? Seafood is good.
okay, so just fish.
Like calamari, good.
Seafood minus fish.
Octopus, good.
That's knocking out a lot of.
Fish, no good.
What about fish from like a fish and chips?
yeah. Like
A
good
fish
battered
finger,
fish.
good.
That's not fish in there. That's been like the chicken in a chicken nugget.
Yeah.
That's all the leftover crap.
That's
Yeah.
all, but that's the best part then, it seems, because a fish, no, don't like it.
You never go fish and chips. Like down by the beach, hot day, fish and chips.
No, hamburger.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Potato
criminal.
cakes, calamari rings, and maybe a hamburger.
Actually, that's a topic, potato cakes or scallops.
It's
Oh,
a
potato
it's,
cake.
It's a potato cake every
Scallop.
day.
You reckon?
Yeah.
What's a
Oh,
scallop
you said
then?
what- Yeah. What's a scallop? Scallop.
Just scallop.
How do you-
Growing up in Sydney, it was always, let's go get scallops. And they were the potato scallops.
They're too confusing for me.
Potato
How do you get a
scallop.
scallop?
I actually don't know. I've never got one.
Well, yeah, like what if you went to the fish and chip shop and you were like, I want a scallop. And they're like, well, do you want a potato scallop or a regular scallop?
Well, in Sydney, if you say that, they just would give you a potato scallop.
Yeah, but what if I want a scallop?
Then I think you've got to make it more clear.
How many of these like language barrier things are you dealing with since moving to Melbourne?
A lot.
What
That
other?
was like so sad. It
What
was
el-
like,
oh, you'd
what?
be Palmer Palmy?
Oh, palmy.
Yeah.
Not Palmer.
Yeah. Interesting. What are the other ones?
You're a Palmer, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
What else are you running into?
Training or practice?
Training. Practice is the Americans.
Yeah.
So Taylor is practice.
How about
Interesting.
Scrimmage.
are you soccer or football?
Good one.
Soccer. Because in Australia, if you say football, everyone automatically goes NRL or AFL.
Which is also weird because in NRL, they don't use their feet. I said it.
They're very rarely.
I said it. We're really isolated. We're really just taking chunks out of the audience as we work through this thing. It's quite good. There's going to be 4 people listening. There'll be Bryley's family.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we sledged them with the names. They actually
They're
stopped
not
listening about
listening anymore.
halfway through.
Brett might listen.
Brett would listen, actually. He'd be a guy called...
Nathan Cleary, our friend.
He'll be
And-
listening.
Oh, sorry, Mary Fowler, our friend.
No, yeah, because we said we were off Cleary.
We
so-
Mary Fowler's our friend.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Then
was
my
your
rose was I used a great pen at work the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. It was
Nice.
so nice. You know,
Blue?
just when you get a good pen,
Blue,
blue
red?
one, a little bit inky, but didn't get inky on my hand. So like inky but
Like
smooth.
a power jet sort of
Inky
situation.
but nah, it still had like a gel situation. I think it was a 0.7.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
quite sharp.
Yeah, 0.7 good. 1.0 too much ink. 0.5 too thin.
Mate, you write with a 0.5. You feel like you're writing with like an olden times pen. Like you've just like ripped a feather off a bird.
May as well be writing with my finger.
Trying to like scratch it on there.
Yeah.
It's horrific.
All right, Bryley, finish us off. Wrap up a bit of bullshit.
Thorns and roses.
Thorn. Got a bad one, actually. So I had a bad mess up on the weekend and the other team scored.
That's actually bad.
Yeah, really bad.
How does that, how do we, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
How long do you stew over that for? I mean, obviously till now.
Well, just that you've made me think about it. I actually forgotten about it, so it's actually your fault.
Again, yeah, we'll
Good.
take that.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? We will take that.
At what
Take it
point
on.
in the mistake were you like, that's a mistake?
As soon as I did it.
What happened? Can you talk us through it?
I got the ball at fullback. So I was playing winger, went to fullback, and then I went to pass it back to my keeper. I was meant to kick it on the floor, but I've miskicked it terribly and it's floated into like no man's land and the attackers just got it, chipped our keeper and scored. Yep.
That
Anyway.
actually sounds way worse than chewy on your shoe.
I know.
That
I
sounds
overcooked my
way
salmon though.
Oh my God.
And what about your rose then? To bring it back.
My rose is that I had coaching last night.
Yep.
So I coached here until 9 and we had made tacos the night before. So there's a little bit of taco mince and my roommate didn't eat it. So instead of having to cook dinner when I got home, I just had to heat up the taco mince.
That is so
Which was
good.
great.
Treat.
That is so good. What are you coaching at night time? You coaching the community teams?
Just, yeah, CFS, which is City Football Schools here.
Sick. How does that work? So people can sign up and then you will be their coach?
Yeah.
That's
Sign
elite.
up for, there's girls and boys. There's like hundreds of different teams.
What are the ages that you coach?
The first group, they're like between 10 and 12.
Yep.
And the second group is between 10 and 14.
Are there any superstars in there?
They actually
And you're
is.
like, poor.
Sign them.
The second group we do is a girls select squad, and I couldn't do that at their age. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they know? Like, do they know that, like, that you're their? They obviously know that you're their coach, but do they know? Are they like, we got like a Matilda who coaches us?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They come watch our games, so they know because Taylor does it too. So
Yeah,
they know. They get pretty excited, which is cute.
that is sick. Does that feel pretty good? Like, if you're having a thorn of a day, like chewy on your shoe, salmon, someone chips your keeper, all even in this equal space.
Yes.
Do they then you turn up to that and you're like, you know what, I'm good.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's sick.
They can improve it. Yeah.
That's a cool like mental health thing.
Yeah.
Just would have been accidentally like great for your mental health, I'm sure.
Also nice to just be like lauded by like 20 young people that are like, you're the greatest thing ever.
Well, I feel like you forget. Like, think about when you were a kid and you would see like someone you looked up to or someone in a place where you want to be, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like when you do that, you're like, I was once in their position.
Sick. Do you have to remember that and be like, okay, give him the time?
Yeah.
Grass. That's
That's
so
cool.
good.
Bryleeh Henry, thanks for talking a bit of bullshit with us. We appreciate it.
You're the best guest host we've ever had.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, hold on to that. So don't
Absolutely.
be saying it again in any other podcast.
Thanks, Bryley.
Thanks for having me.